Welcome to the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, where it's not too late to shine. We bring you transformative information for small business owners, entrepreneurial insight, wisdom, and secrets to aid you to be seen, be heard, and get paid, to catapult your life to more impact, success, and freedom. Now, please welcome your host, the platform builder herself, Dr. Renee Sunday.
Welcome to the Dr. Renee Sunday Show podcast. I know, you ready for another episode. I know we're going to do some powerful things around here. But I'm going to stop like I always do. I have to do it. Stop and say thank you for supporting us and believing in us. Thank you for downloading the podcast on iTunes, checking us out on YouTube. You've been on our website. We see the analytics, and I thank you so much, the ReneeSunday.com. And social media as well. We want to just thank you, because we believe in you as well. We know right now that you, without doing anything, you have some special inside. The key is we need to step out and do it. We need to get that good, my grandma used to say that good yummy that's inside. We need to get that out because somebody right now needs what you have. That product and services. And a lot of times we don't recognize our purpose because it's easily achievable by us. But just take a deep breath. Now, if you're driving, just be careful. But the thing is, step out and do it. Those dreams, goals, the things that you think about when you close your eyes, when you go to sleep. That's what you need to step out and do. And don't worry about the money. The money will run you down, okay? I'm a living witness to that, okay? Now, we have a powerhouse here with us. I don't even have to say it. I have been really, 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 truly honored that people come in my path. They're so amazing. They change, they change their lives every day. Every day. Not just one, just every day, okay? And that's what we like to bring to you here on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, because the thing about it is, when you get information, what we're supposed to do with it. You know what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to apply it to our life, but then the next step is actually sharing it with somebody else. And so that's what I really, truly like to do here. And I'm not going to hesitate. We actually have a powerhouse with us today. We have Miss Paula Denoncourt. She's a certified, did y'all hear me say, certified holistic health consultant. She specializes in food allergies and intolerance. I love that because we have that. Digestive issues and autoimmune illnesses. Oh, Lord, I love that. Paula loves teaching people how to go back to the basics. Ooh, I like that. Go back to the basics on food choices by providing them simple. Now, so we love simple recipe guides and lifestyle tips. She has taught several classes and appeared on many TV media outlets as well. She has been a guest speaker on Central Mass Lyme Foundation and Bristol County Hope for Lyme Disease, and the Breast Friends Connection, just to name a few. That's just a few. She's available, she's available for one-on-one coaching, group coaching, and, of course, speaking engagement. Now, she's going to give us all how to contact us, but we already sold because she's going to help us get to the basics to enjoy the food and going to give us lifestyle tips and guides that we can do it. We want to welcome to Dr. Renee Sunday Show, Miss Paula Denoncourt. Are you there?
I'm here. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. So tell us a little bit more about yourself. This is just amazing things that you're doing because we want to, we love to eat, but we want to eat the right way. So tell us a little bit more about yourself and the things that you're doing in the world.
Okay, so let me back up. Let me tell you a little bit about my story first. So I'm originally from Massachusetts, and I worked in a prison in Massachusetts for 22 years, and I developed my own health issues. I developed multiple food allergies. I believe it was the stress of the job that just made me sick. I was just doing it all. I was a dispatcher. Wasn't meant to be by myself all the time, but there were just many instances where I was on by myself, and I handled instances like riots, hangings, escapes, stabbings. We were just the heart of the institution. I worked for the Special Services Investigations area. I answered the switchboard, and everything just got screened through me, whether it was an investigation of something going on or just the calls themselves or answering the radio of distress calls. So this is very, very stressful. So I developed multiple food allergies. I had several near-death experiences. I was hospitalized. Just went through a lot of crap. I don't know the way to put it. And I did the doctor thing. I went to several doctors. I went to several healers. But it turned out I really just had to help myself. I had to become my own advocate. So I studied nutrition. I started eating healthier. I went to integrative nutrition in New York City, School of Integrative Nutrition, yep. And I also took, at the same time, call me crazy, now I was still working at prison, I also took a raw food course, which was 10 weeks long, and became certified in that as well. I don't eat all raw foods, and all raw foods is I don't want people to get scared, what is that? It's just eating foods whole, like I said, back to basics in my bio. Just eating whole foods, and you can't eat anything cooked over 115 to 118 degrees. Raw food is just eat, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. They may need a little bit of B vitamins because they're not getting it. Some sea vegetables, things like that. Warm soups. But it's just very hard for me to eat all raw. But I did have to, for a little while, eat almost all raw just to reset myself. But I like, when it's cold, even here, I'm in North Carolina, even in North Carolina, it does get cold in the winter. So I like some warm foods here and there. I like my comfort foods still, but I just eat healthier versions of it. And that's what I like to teach people, simple ways to just change your ways, right? Just, you don't have to change it like crazy. Just make simple tweaks so that you feel better, that you stop being in pain, that you stop having that, that knot in your stomach because you can't digest your food or you're always bloated or, in my case, I went into anaphylactic shock because the food I was eating wasn't digesting. So in that case, what would happen is other foods wouldn't go down. So I couldn't understand what I was really allergic to, because I'd eat one thing one day and it was fine, and then I'd eat it another day and it wasn't fine, because allergies are like a bucket. And once your body's full, then once that bucket's full, your body's full, same thing. So you can't digest things. So that's a little bit about me. So now I'm in North Carolina, with the pandemic going on and everything. I've had some setbacks. I moved here last year. I had some setbacks, but I've just been rebuilding everything. I've built an online store with a lot of resources and stuff for people with food allergies and autoimmune and things like that. And so now I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to fly and really help people. So that's a little bit about me.
Wow, that's amazing. I want to step back a little bit and let's tackle this a little bit, if it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you said, so many times we have pain. So many times we don't realize it's actually the food or the stress or, the other comorbidities, high blood pressure, diabetes, et cetera, and what do you think was inside of you to do that? I'm going to say a light bulb experience or a ding-ding of your body talking to you. What do you think that was that you took that leap and say, okay, I got to do something better? Because I think a lot of times deal with some stuff.
Yeah, this is kind of a funny story, but not so funny. I didn't know what to eat. And like I said, doctors were not helping me. I mean, my doctor, I said, should I take probiotics? And he said, well, you do what you think you should do. That was the answer I got. So they had no answers back then. This was back in around 2000, maybe 2001. They had no answers. They were used to people that just had an allergy to maybe milk, maybe peanuts, but not multiple. They weren't used to people like me. Now it's a lot more common because there's just so much stuff in our food and stress. But it wasn't very common then. They didn't know what to do with me. And I didn't know what to do with myself. So I didn't know what to eat. I was starving myself. I was scared to eat because if you go into you almost die, So my pivotal moment, I really believe, was I was stopping at the grocery store. This is going to make you laugh, but because I was starving, I was craving sugar. I'd stop at the grocery store and get marshmallows. And believe it or not, the marshmallows didn't bother me. But I'm like, I cannot live on marshmallows. I can't be living like this. So I believe, that was my epiphany. That was my, I've got to do something. So I started to get help from other people.
That's powerful. The reason I wanted to say that, because a lot of times we were like, whoa, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? I
right.
with everything going on in the world with, shortage of, mostly toiletry, they saying it's a shortage and the price has gone up and all those type of things. If it's okay with you, can you take us through a journey? And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is a journey. Of course, you need to contact Paula to get your individual plan of what you should eat, of course. Can you give us a journey of what you actually, and not everything, because, of course, they need to pay for your products and services in order to get a fine-tune of what you should be eating for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But can you give us an overview, just a general sense of, should we do more protein in lunch or more protein in dinner, da-da-da-da-da? Can you talk to us a little bit about that? Because I think a lot of people with so many different regimens out there, we don't know, should we do, of course everybody's body is different. But in your take, should we, do more protein, carbs in the morning, or what's your take on that?
Okay, so let me just give you some tips. I'll make it simple. Some quick tips. Number one, make sure you're drinking enough water. You need half your body weight in ounces. That can help with a number of things. It can help with allergies. It flushes the system out, so it can help with constipation. It can give you energy. It can help with joint pain. So that's my number one tip. Make sure you're getting enough water. It even helps with asthma. So, they've been saying, and they haven't been saying it as much, but even with the virus going around, flushing out your system helps prevent it. I'm not going to say cure it. I'm not going to say, nothing's foolproof. Nothing. I don't care what illness you have. But water helps flush it out. So that's something to keep in mind. Number two, get sunshine. Sunshine's vitamin D. That boosts the immune system. Number three is get greens in your diet, greens. That helps alkalize the body, like romaine lettuce, spinach, collard greens, kale especially. Kale is a superfood. If you want to do that, you want to avoid too much sugar. That contributes to inflammation, which contributes to food allergies, contributes to joint pain, things like that. Let's see, I eat, more gluten-free stuff, but stay away from the junk food gluten-free because it's still junk food. You want whole foods with, very few ingredients. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to think. Sunshine, exercise, we need movement. That keeps everything moving in the body. So those are some definite tips, daily of what you can do. Eat. If you are having some health issues out there, whether it's food sensitivity, joint pain, can't lose weight, any of that, try to eat anti-inflammatory. Stick to those types of foods. So I hope that helps.
Oh, no, that's very powerful. Lord, that's amazing. And the point that I wanted to really get out and people need to realize that they need to have you in their life because everybody's body and the different things, the different diagnosis or medication, et cetera, and lifestyle can be different. So we really need to get a regimen, and that can be, challenging in the home when you have your family and kids, et cetera, right. But it can be done because I really like when you say that you feel better. And, when we feel better, life gets much easier. It decreases the stress, like what you said earlier, right, Paula?
Absolutely. You have to learn to, one of the other things I didn't mention about myself is I'm a prayer warrior. So that's something about me. And, and I just saw it again today, a very well-known prophet, Felix Anderson, was saying today we have to filter things. And then, I saw a picture about filtering things, too. So God was speaking to me. And one thing about filtering things, we have to learn to perceive things differently. Because one thing I did at my job, I changed job positions for a while because I just couldn't do it anymore. It was making me ill. So, but due to budget cuts, it was a state job, I had to go back to my old position for another 3 years. So when I went back to my old position, I went from being a dispatcher to a secretary back to being a dispatcher. I learned to look at it differently. I wasn't like, okay, I don't want to be here. This doesn't make me sick, blah, 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 every day. Instead, from what I was learning about nutrition and everything else, I was helping the people around me. Did they pay for me to be a coach? No. They just wanted free advice, but it didn't matter. I was helping them. And sometimes I didn't even know I was getting through to them. Months later, somebody would say to me, oh, yeah, that gluten, that's like glue. That sticks to your stomach, and it doesn't digest. And I'm like, oh, my God, I got the report. So, you didn't even know. You know what I mean? But so that's anything. We need to learn to perceive things differently. And that's one thing about me. I teach that to people because we always get upset, even if you're lost. I'm lost. Where am I? It took me 2 hours. But did you avoid an accident while you were lost? Who knows, right? I could go on and on forever about that, but that's one thing I teach people. I learn to perceive things differently and, filtering it, So.
Wow, that's amazing because, yes, we got to be careful what lens we looking out of. But, we're pretty much everything in life, but especially what we put in our, putting in our body and what we saying out, what's going out of our body, literally, I'm saying literally, top, bottom, and all that, and what we're saying and everything. So that's so powerful. I love it. Let me ask you this because I get a lot of my patients love to say, especially when they're diabetic, they feel, and you may have a lot of your clients have said this as well, that they can't enjoy, cake, pizza. We don't just, name a few hamburgers, those type of things. But the conversation I wanted to kind of go to is and you mentioned it earlier, is moderation in things. So what's your take on that? Because a lot of people get frustrated. They say, I can't go to my favorite restaurant, but, what you do when you go to that restaurant.
But I just say, I kind of pinpointed it a little bit earlier, is just, eat this instead of that, but you don't have to go to extremes. Eat a healthier version, a different version of what you're used to. Instead of going to extremes and changing everything like 100%, you're not going to stick to it, just to have a different version of it. I have gluten-free waffles instead of regular waffles once in a while, and I put fruit on it. The old me would have had regular waffles with maple syrup. You know what I mean? So there's just different versions of things you can have. At one time, and I don't even eat a lot of meat anymore, but I still do this now, but I couldn't even eat the food that wasn't organic. I couldn't have a piece of hamburger. I couldn't have a hamburger that wasn't organic. My body wouldn't allow it. It just wouldn't go down because that's how much garbage is in our food. So I had to have organic meats, and I still, now I'm still careful. I still have, really good quality foods, and that just tells you something. I could eat an organic piece of beef, but I couldn't eat a hamburger. You know what I mean? Like, what's in it? So yeah,
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm not a hamburger
that's what I say.
person,
Yeah.
really. So, of course, on the holidays or whatever, you cook them on the grill, and that usually works for me. But just going to a location for a hamburger, that's usually, no condemnation of people that love them, but I just, I don't know. I just don't care for hamburgers. So, but I'm glad you said that because a lot of people are thinking that. They saying, oh, that means I can't, but, I love the word that you say, moderation, and do it in a stepwise process always helps as well. Right. We could talk all day about being healthy and eating and so I can't. But I want to ask you, with this day and time, with things becoming more virtual, with your clients, are you able to take people in a virtual setting? And what does that kind of look like so our listening audience kind of know when we contact you? Just, of course, you customize what needs to be done, but what's kind of like a typical journey that we'll have to be, to eat healthier?
Right. So they would get recipes and goals from me. We could do it either on a Zoom call, or if they're not comfortable with that, we just hop on a phone call and meet once a week, so that way you don't fall off track, and just really just get, slow baby steps. We do lifestyle changes, and we also do dietary changes, but nothing, like I said, I like to keep it simple because I don't want, everything in the kitchen sink in my recipes. I'm not going to do it. So I try to keep it simple for my clients, and we just baby steps, little, it doesn't have to be. I'm not 100% perfect, and I don't expect my clients to be. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, some people think, oh, that's not healthy, but it is healthier than what they were doing. So let's start baby steps. You know what I mean? So that's the way I kind of look at it. They might go from something healthier and then to something even healthier after that. Baby steps, one step at a time. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. That's amazing because we actually we really have to do that because life is very interesting of how things are, and so we have to. And I'm so glad. This is what I want to say. I think I'm so excited that you're so personable with this because. A lot of times, as we know, I am, a physician, but a lot of times, a lot of the things that we have that encounters in our life, if we, like you say, how we look at it, and then number two, what we put in our body, we can actually change our whole world by trying to get a hold on those things. So I'm glad that you're a beacon of light, that you actually take care of that, because we need that in our life. So I want to just thank you for really, I know you went through life experiences, but we're so glad that you are here, that you can help us to have the tips and the strategies that we can feel better through healthier choices.
Right, absolutely. And right now, more than ever, we, with this pandemic going around, I'm hearing there may be other strains and all that, and it wouldn't surprise me. My specialty has been Lyme disease and autoimmune. I've done a lot. I've been a big advocate for that. So, I see a lot of that going around. People don't even know they have it. We need to keep healthy. We need to keep our immune systems up so that we don't get these illnesses, whether it be the virus that they're talking about or something like Lyme disease, autoimmune, lupus is high too. They're all very much related, which you probably know. You practice a lot of this too. So that's where I'm at. Like, I want to help people just keep their immune system up, so you don't get any of these things in the first place. Because if you get something else, then you're more susceptible to the virus that's going on,
Right. And I think this is going to be, a way of life for us that we need to make sure we eat healthier, and then have someone in our life like you that we can actually also get the system of keeping our immune system, boosted, Oh, right. Wow. Well, Paula, do us a favor. Tell us any last-minute things, and then also tell us how we can connect with you for your products and services, and tell us how we can actually support you as well on social media platforms.
Okay, I will do that. So let me start with social media. I would say the best way to join me on social media right now is I have a Facebook group called Enrich, ENRICH, Your Health, UR, and then Health and Life. So that's the name of the group, Enrich. It's like separate words, Enrich Your Health and Life. So if you search that, you'll find it. It's a public group. I didn't make it private so that it was easy to find and we could grow. And I'll just say really quick that it's basically what I've been talking about. It's a group that I want to start interviewing people on and bringing in more people. But we're growing. We have about 293 members, I believe. And, I just want to do challenges on there, and I give people recipes. I give them things about finances, just a little bit about everything, healthy and life. And that's what we need right now. We need help in finances and relationships and our health. So that's my social media page to follow, or just under my personal name. You can find me there on Instagram or Facebook. And then my website is enrichyourhealth.com, ENRICHURHEALTH.com. And then I have a separate store with recipes and ebooks, and there's 2 free gifts there. One is Reversing Illness, and you'll see it for $0, and the other one is a 6-day meal plan guide to support your immune system, and you'll see that for $0. And that's under bit.ly/Enrich Your Health Store, ENRICHURHEALTH Store, STORE, bit.ly/Enrich Your Health Store. So get your free gifts and just check it out. I've got a lot of recipe books and ebooks for autoimmune, for food allergies friendly stuff, salads, desserts, all kinds of stuff. Great for potlucks and things like that, So that's it. I want to thank you for having me. This has just been an amazing talk today, and just so excited. I want to thank all the people listening for listening in, and I really appreciate everyone.
Oh, I love it. Do us one more time. Tell us the bit.ly link one more time, Paula.
Sure. The bit.ly link is bit.ly, so that's bit.ly/Enrich Your Health Store, ENRICHURHEALTH Store. And like I said, that's just great for people. A lot of stuff is gluten-free and dairy-free and nut-free. I know there's a lot of stuff on the internet, but I've chosen recipes that are simple, that I would eat myself or, make myself. A lot of times everything on the internet is just everything but the kitchen sink in there.
Exactly. So. I mean, it's almost 5 or 6 different seasonings, and I don't have but 3 of them, what they're talking about.
Right?
So
exactly.
Well, first of all, we want to thank you so much, Paula, for being in your purpose, number one. And then number 2, we want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show podcast. If you need us for anything, please don't hesitate to contact us.
Okay, well, thank you. And I just want to thank you again. This has just been awesome. I've really enjoyed our time, our talk, and I can't wait to talk to you more. And thanks again to the listeners.
You're welcome. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I know that's a replay. We got to really dive in that replay. But don't forget, we're going to give you the link so you can get that great opportunity that she's talking about. And then you can go the next step and actually give you a one-on-one coaching session. I love it, okay? We want to just thank you because we got to make wise decisions. That's what I say all the time, right? Okay? So we have to have the right information, okay? But the thing about it is that we love you. We want you to have a, long life, and we have to be mindful of what we put in and out, of our body. We just love you. This will be available for replay. You know that, and download it and share with your friends and family. We want you to really know that we love you. We want you to just to walk out your dreams, goals, and your destiny. If you want to be a guest here on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, you know how to get in contact with us, ReneeSunday.com. Again, that is Renee Sunday, SUNDAY.com. And also you can DM us on any of the social media platforms as well. If you want to be a part of our magazine, we have several out there now. It's been really a magazine quantum leap. You know, we've always had the Good Deeds magazine, but we also have the Caring, for care, care providers. I'm in the healthcare industry, but I see so many people that are caregivers that need tools and strategies of what they actually need to do on a daily basis. And also we're going to have articles and stuff in there for the person that's going through the journey as well, okay? The person that's sick, the person that's, in hospital, the person that actually have, diagnosis, we'll have that as well. And then, we have our statewide magazine that's so amazing. It's for the people. And that's what the name of it is, the people of whatever your state is. So if you want to be a part of that, contact us, DM us, or go to our website, ReneeSunday.com. We want you to know that you do have a calling. You do have a reason you're born. We have to do three things. We have to believe, we have to trust, and we have to walk it out. You know the rest. We have to don't stop, get it, right? And what are we getting? We're getting our purpose, and we're getting our purpose now, right? No matter what somebody has said, no matter what you said to yourself, you have greatness inside. So I love you. We'll see you next time. This is the Dr. Renee Sunday Show podcast, and I am the platform builder. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks.